Hello everybody, this is Honomi again, coming to you live for another segment of Ask an Explorer Foldscope Bookshop Livestream event. Um, so again, continuing from last week, I would like to introduce you guys to more of the projection mode, which is shown on the instruction manual, the back side, right here. It's right here. So I wanted to show you two ways of doing that. Last week I did my method of resting the camera on top of a surface so that it's looking from top down and projecting onto the floor and tracing the projected images like that. Today I want to go over that once again, and then also show you guys how to project it on a wall. So two ways of projecting. And those of you who are tuning in, welcome. Feel free to say hi or ask question at any time during this segment. I'll be here with you for 60 minutes. So my chat is on, so I'll be able to see all your comments and questions. So here I'm gonna set my camera down. Okay. So this is what I have here, a fresh sheet of paper for more drawing, and then I'm going to close the curtain so that it's gonna be dark enough for the projection. Okay, so that should be enough darkness in here. Okay, so just going over what I have my Foldscope here, I have my tape, my other phone, which I will use for the light source. Of course, I'm gonna need a specimen that I'd like to look at. So I'll look at the honeybee, which we did take a look last time. And then that's it. Oh, there's so much here. Okay. Oh, and last but not least, I'm gonna need a magnetic coupler. Alright, okay, so the first things first is putting the magnetic coupler onto the light here. So let me do that. Let me turn that light on. Okay, so I have my light on here. Okay. Okay, and then this is gonna go on like this. Ooh, it's bright. Okay, securing it in place. All right. Okay, so now I'm gonna set that aside here, and then put my specimen into my Foldscope. So again, cover slip side down, and then insert both ways. Align the specimen. Okay. Then I'm gonna make sure that this is, I can see the image with my own eye. can indeed see so that the lens is working just fine. Okay, and then I'm gonna attach the light from the back like this, and then here I'm gonna move this camera so that I can set the Foldscope just on top of this same surface that I have set up here. I'm gonna show you guys in a minute what my setup looks like. Okay, let's see. All right, so it's not focused. The focus is quite fuzzy right now. Let me just adjust that just a tiny bit. Okay. Also move to a more interesting place. Oops, and I moved it. There you go. There you go. Oops, where did it go? Oh, I just had it. Oh, I think I moved the specimen again. There it is. Okay. So if you lose your specimen, always you can detach the light source, and then with your eye you can find a specimen and bring it back into the field of view like this. Okay. So I'm gonna just zoom out just a tiny bit. So this is the surface that I'm resting both my Foldscope attached with the light source and the camera itself, and so that I don't have to keep holding this setup to draw the projected surface. So it's nice to find something like this, and I'm just like, you know, putting it on, propping it on top of another box. So it's a very simple setup. And then what I have here underneath is just a big sheet of paper for drawing. Okay, and then I'm gonna do a better job of focusing this image. So how I do that is I just simply adjust with the focus ramp. Okay, another two. Oops. Okay, there we go. And this is where I found tricky last time too, is because I'm setting my Foldscope down with the lens side down. It's hard to access the focus ramp. So that's what I'm trying to do here, is access my focus ramp from underneath the surface so that I can adjust the focus easily. And I should do that without blocking your view. Let's see. Oops, I just moved the camera. Sorry about that. Okay. Nice. seem to keep, since my surface is metal, the magnet keeps sticking to it, and that's why the sample keeps moving around. So if you have a plastic surface, it might actually work better for you. Let's see. Bring the specimen back into focus. It is. Okay. All right. So that's the kind of projecting onto the floor. So now I want to show how to project onto the wall, which is, I think, a lot easier in a way. So let me just show you guys that. So how I'm doing is I'm gonna attach the camera onto this tiny tripod so that it's easier for you to see. Okay. Sorry about the little movement of the camera. Okay. And feel free to ask any questions you might have, or any other step with foldscoping that you're stuck on, or any other technique that you're curious about, curious to try. Let me know. Okay. Okay, so let me switch the camera again. Okay. All right. Okay, let me just leave it on top on the floor here. Okay, so I have another piece of paper that I'm going to attach here. Okay, let me just adjust real quick here. Okay. Okay, so I have the same setup, Foldscope attached to the light source of my phone, and I'm going to make sure I have the specimen in the field of view, which it is, and I'm going to go ahead and focus the image with my eye. Okay, so it is focused in here, attaching the light source from the back, and then just aim at that paper right here. Let me just move you guys closer. Okay, and then this way I'm just moving this entire setup so that the focus is clear. Okay, so you can see that it's a very focused image right here. And if you have, if you set this up, set this Foldscope and phone setup with a tripod, then you can just rest it with the optimal distance from your wall, so that you can draw and trace on this piece of paper. And in a way, that might be easier for you to find the good focus. Okay, so since I do not have a second tripod, I just have to hold it in place. Let's see. Oops. Yeah, and then again, holding it in place while drawing. It's a bit tricky. Yep, so this is a pretty rough sketch of the feet of the honeybee leg. So there you have it. So here's another way to project, which is using the wall surface and then just moving your Foldscope to focus the image. Okay. Alright. So I want to just quickly open it up to questions. Here we go. Hello for who are tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions, feel free to ask away. And then in the meantime, I'm gonna demonstrate some specimen prep with my water sample and then see if I can project that sample with my Foldscope. So let me just turn off this light while I prep that sample. I will be right back with my water sample. Okay, so I have my water sample here from the other day from that lake that we explored together from another segment of Ask an Explorer. Okay, switch over to the other camera here. Okay, so I have my water sample here and my deluxe individual kit. Just grab a blank slide here. Cover slips. Okay, so I'm gonna use my dropper and a tweezer as well. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I'm looking at my specimen here and it is very dark in here, so I'm gonna turn on the light while I do this. Okay. Let's see. Make sure I will do it in the camera. Let's see. So the last time when I did this, I learned that living things tend to attach itself to the plant. So I might try to do that, and it's much easier without this lid. going to detach some from these piece of leaf right now. And sit that on here. Okay. And with some of this water. Let's see. Just a tiny bit of water. Oops, and it's out of focus. Yep. Okay. That's pretty much enough water. Should be. Maybe a tiny bit more. I can always wipe away the excess water from the side. And I'm making sure I'm eliminating the bubbles here. Okay, I'll take one glass cover slip. Just gently sit that over on this sample. Okay, press down. I see that I actually didn't have enough water in here. But that's no problem. I can always add a little more using the capillary action of the water. The water usually just gets sucked in underneath if you place a little bit of water from the side of the cover slip. Okay. Okay. Just a tiny bit more. Okay. All right. Then I take some pieces of paper and attach the sides of the cover slips to seal it in. And since this is a wet mount, I don't want the water to evaporate too quickly. So I'm gonna attach on all four sides. And this is gonna let me observe without having to worry too much about the sample evaporating. And you could also use nail polish if you wanted to seal the cover slip on all four sides. Okay, so here's what I have. Let me just show this against this. Okay, like this. So I have a piece of leaf right here. And I do have to mention the glass cover slip is not included in the deluxe individual kit. So I will show you how to prep with the cover slip stickers as well later on. Okay, so let me just put the lid back on here and make sure I don't. Okay, so, oh, one thing I forgot is to label this. Okay, so I'm labeling it. I do not know the species of this particular aquatic plant, so what I'm going to say is aquatic plant. From Park Pond. And today is the 8th. Okay. Alright. So now putting this into my Foldscope. Like that. Let's just first observe what it looks like, just from a regular point of view. So I'm going to lift you guys up a little bit. Okay. Let's see. So I'm going to move around the sample. And also try to focus the image. Okay, it's a pretty good focus right now. Oops, I did not do a good job illuminating the air bubbles there. Okay. It's a bit dark, so I'm gonna put my LED light in the back. Which actually made it even darker for some reason. Okay, so it was not aligned well. Okay. Aligning the LED light just in. Okay. Then moving through the specimen. Perhaps it's bright enough in here. Okay. Okay, this is without the LED. Okay, so that's an interesting fork section of that aquatic plant. But I don't see any movement yet. No sign of any living animals in here. Let's see, I'm gonna get just a tiny bit more focus in here. Just scanning the entire specimen right now. and finding what would be a good place to do a little sketch. I think I like that that forking section, the very tip of that this piece of aquatic plant here. So I'm gonna come back. Okay, so I'm back here. Get that in a good focus. All right, here we go. Okay, so now we're gonna put this camera down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to project this image and then sketch it. Okay, so detaching the Foldscope here, putting you guys back onto the setup. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so now turning off the light. Turning on this light, attaching the light here, okay, and then see if we can project that. Okay, so I'm trying to align the light really well, and I'm seeing the shadow of that same image we were just seeing. However, it's quite out of focus, so I'm going to adjust the focus ramp so that the image is nicely focused on this surface. Okay. Let's see. And hello, for those of you who are just tuning in, thank you for joining us. Feel free to say hi. And at any point in time, let me know if you have any questions. And it doesn't have to be related to projection mode. Anything, any questions you might have while you're exploring with your own Foldscope. Okay. We just have to make sure that the light is really aligned well for that, and it seems that it's easier this way. Oops, and I lost that sample. Where did you go? Okay, so I'm finding that projecting the light this way works better than this way for some reason. It might be how I attached the coupler here. Oh, hi, Cindy. Okay, so let me just see your question, which just went away from my, okay. Building Foldscopes with your class, images seemed clearer through smartphone lenses. What about without phones? Yes, you can definitely see clear images without phones. You just look through here with your own eye and then focus your image using the focus ramp. It's a bit tricky if you wear a pair of glasses, but usually people are able to get focused image just through looking through here with naked eye. So give it a try. Just make sure you have a good light source, either you know, just standing next to the window, or use a LED light source, which I just had here, and attach it in the back. Yeah, so that you can see good image. I find that when you're looking through here with your naked eye, this could be a light source, but I find it's too harsh of a light source, so I don't recommend this too much. But desk lamp also works. Okay, hope that answered your question, Cindy. Okay, going back to here, making sure I have that piece of plant back in the field of view here. Okay. Great. Thank you, Cindy, for your question. That's exciting to hear that you're going to be building Foldscopes with your class. Okay. Let's see. Oops, and I just seem to lose the specimen really easily today. Okay, so I know that it's within the field of view. So let's see. Okay, so I see. So the light was slightly off here. Okay. Maybe move it, adjust a tiny bit towards. Okay. Ooh, that's really exciting. Bioluminescent samples. Oh, that's wonderful. I can't wait to see that. Please make sure that everyone in your class are registered on Microcosmos so that they know where to share their images. That's really exciting. Okay. Great. Thank you, Cindy. Okay, so now I know it's here. The sample is here. So what I'm gonna do is focus that image with the focus ramp. Oops, and then I keep moving the camera. Let me just remove the tripod so that it's more stable on top of this surface. Okay. All right. Here we go. Is there anything, let me ask you guys a question. Is there anything you want me to cover next in the next segment of Ask an Explorer? Or in general, like any resource you wish there was available to you regarding Foldscope? Let me know in the comments when. Okay, all right, so I need to focus a tiny bit more. There you go. How to look at liquids. Okay. What kind of liquids? Like like how to prep a specimen. Would that be useful for you? Like I could do more pond scum sample explorations. Could go out to the ocean. Yeah, milk. Okay, I can do in the next segment, I can focus on the liquid sample specimen prep and explorations. And that could be the theme of the next. Okay, Cindy, thank you for that inspiration for the next segment. I will do that. I will focus on the liquid samples. Okay. So this month, just to reiterate for the schedule, as I'm working on focusing this image, this month of July, I'll be coming on live every Sunday, 5 p.m. Pacific time and 8 p.m. Eastern time in the United States. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can get this really projected well like last time. Seem to be having the challenge here I'm experiencing today is that the sample keeps moving around while I try to focus. So this is a good challenge for me to find out what can make it easier. Okay, so here I have the specimen back in the field of view. There you go. Okay. Then focus without moving the specimen away. Okay, I'm almost there. Almost close to the good focus here. Okay. How to get it free? It's a great question. You could set up your own crowdfunding campaign so that your own community can build a fund for you to order Foldscope from our website. Actually, a lot of I'm starting to see more crowdfunding campaigns set up by teachers, actually, so that they can order classroom kits for their own class. And I'm really happy to see them, that they're considering Foldscope as a classroom resource. That's really exciting for us, for our Foldscope team. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm almost there. And then what I'm finding here is that the alignment of the light is really subtle. It's like just a tiny wiggle makes a difference. So I just wanted to show you guys that. Okay. Okay. There. There you go. That's good. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and trace that. And I think a fun activity to do this kind of projection drawing is to, I don't know, create a map. I'm thinking like a map of either your school property or your neighborhood where your class or your, your Foldscope club can go out and get samples and then, kind of draw out the street map and then just, I'm just gonna draw like, a street map of really simple, neighborhood map. And then you could, kind of say like, oh, I got this plant from here in this corner. I got this water specimen from this pond right here. This is my pond, and then you could have that as kind of a key map here on the side, and then you could say like from this pond I found this, so that, I think that could be a good way to get to know more about your neighborhood, and your own local micro organisms, or it doesn't have to be microorganism, and get to learn the diversity in your biodiversity in your neighborhood. Okay, so that kind of looks like a big dinosaur footprint now. Okay, so I have, let me just check the time. So I have 10 more minutes. Any other questions? So next time I'll be focusing on the water samples prep. Maybe I could show one prep just now, but I'll make sure to have more water and liquid samples available to show you guys. Okay, so I have water sample here. Okay, so I don't see anything swimming in here. Let's see, but I do see like a film on top that's forming. I do want to see that, so let me just get another blank slide. Then capture that film. And while I'm doing this, feel free to comment or share more of your questions. Let's see. Where did that film go? Oh, there it is. I don't know if this is any exciting specimen here. Okay, I think that's I found this kind of white fuzzy thing that's floating in the water. I'm not sure what exactly it is, so I'm gonna go investigate that. Okay, and then there was a lot of excess water, so I'm gonna wipe that away with some tissue. Okay, here you go. I don't know, it could be just a really boring fuzz, or it could be like a swarming microorganisms. Hi Amy, thank you for joining in. How are you? Okay, let's see. Okay, so what I'm showing now is this white fuzz that I found in my pond scum sample, and see if that's any interesting sample to see. But please feel free to ask any questions. Let's see. Oops, I just saw that. Let me pull that down. Yes, it was it's kind of floating in the top of the water surface. So I just scooped it up with a dropper and then put it on top of the microscope slide. We'll see what it looks like. Let's see. And by the way, this pond water is like a week old. Oh, centrifuge. Yeah, so I need to learn how to make that paperfuge. It's a really cool device. I've seen it work, and it's quite amazing. Okay. All right, so let's see. I'm just putting the lens in the general area of white fuzz on the sample. Just gonna see with my eye what that looks like. It's definitely something, but I'm not sure what it is. So we'll take a look together. Okay, here we go. Let's see. And I'll put LED in the back. Put a bit better focus here. I see some debris, but this entire kind of, it's almost like filament looking. Let's see, the light is not really aligned real well. Let me see, there you go. Yeah, do you guys see that? Like, it's like, can I zoom in on this? There you go. not sure what that is. It's definitely something. Wonder if it's a mold, maybe? Water mold? Well, exploring continues. Oh, I see some. Ooh. What are those? Those round things. I'm zooming in using the digital zoom right now. I'm not sure what that is, but it's really round. Could be an egg of some sort. I'm not sure. Here's another one. Yes, well, I definitely need to get a book on microorganisms, aquatic microorganism, and water sample. But yes, white fuzz has this kind of filament-like structure almost. See, like I see like a streaks. Right, there's a line that's just running from kind of the upper left-hand corner and going down towards lower right-hand corner. It's very interesting. Let me know in the comment what you think that is. Okay. All right, so as the time is approaching to the end, let's see, let me just put myself up here. Okay, here we go. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining me for another segment of Ask an Explorer. I hope this has been informative of what you can do with Foldscope, and join me next time on Sunday, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time, and I'm not sure what that time that might be in other time zones. And this is going to be archived on YouTube, Foldscope Instruments YouTube channel. So you can always take a look at all the archived live stream events on there as well. And next time I'll be exploring more of the liquid samples. All right, I will opening it up for last minute questions. And if great, Amy, thank you so much for joining. And yes, please take a look on all the archived ones. And thank you so much, and hope to see you guys next time. Okay, bye-bye.